That's a very good question. Uh, they have many, many defenses to avoid paying the right or reasonable amount. I could probably write a book on some of the defenses. They will do anything that, within reason to lessen the recovery or the settlement or the verdict. Our own insurance company, after we collect from the liability or the other insurance company, if we have uninsured, underinsured motorists, to add on to the limits of the one that caused the accident or the liability insurance, even our own insurance company will fight us and be like a defense uh, insurance company. They will say that we caused the accident. They will say that we partially caused the accident. In Arizona, if you're 50% at fault, you only collect 50%. They'll say there was another reason that caused the accident that had nothing to do with the two drivers. And that's tons and tons of stuff. They will also say you are not hurt, or they will fight on the injuries or the extent of the injuries. Their doctors, they have their own doctors that testify on a regular basis for the insurance company, as opposed to our doctors that are just treating the client or the patient. A very strong argument comes up in a lot of cases. They get your medical records for the last 10 years, and if there's anything that seems like a pre-existing condition, in other words, you had a broken arm 4 years ago and you had limitations. Now you worsened your arm, but you didn't start with a fresh canvas. They will have their doctors say that, yes, it's been worsened a little bit, but the basic part of the injury is from the injury that happened 7 years ago. So it's always a big hassle on pre-existing, especially when they're looking through your medical records with a microscope. They'll say you didn't have your safety belts on. Always wear your safety belts for many reasons, but that can disrupt, that can really hurt a case when somebody hits the windshield and they didn't have their safety belts on. Then you got sometimes an argument if the injuries are serious enough between experts saying it didn't make much difference and their experts saying it made a big difference. They will argue, if you were hurt so badly, why didn't you go to doctors? Why is there such a large gap in the time from the accident to when you first went to a doctor? The implication is when you met with your lawyer, the lawyer guided you to a doctor to enlarge the injury. So the best thing is to get into a lawyer quickly, give that lawyer all your complaints so you will get the right medical treatment and you will get it quickly so there's no gap. A gap, again, hurts a case between the accident and the treatment. Intersection accidents are very difficult. Even if the other guy got a ticket for running the red light, they still will come up with witnesses. They will, because the policeman usually comes after the fact, hasn't witnessed the accident. So the other guy's sitting with a ticket for running the red light, but they still will fight. They'll dig up a witness that said, really, well, your client or was going too fast. They'll reduce the 100% liability against the defense to maybe they'll try to 50%. I could really write a book on all the different ingenious ideas they have. Sometimes they're legitimate. Sometimes the case has holes in it. It's got problems, and they will, of course, magnify that, play on it, and you try to bring it down a little bit. And every case has some flaws. No case is really just open shut. A good lawyer has to contend with a lot of flies in the ointment. Often there's a battle about future operations. Your client really needs future surgery, but it's not time. And the trial starts before they could get their operation. And their doctors will say, that's just another bill, that's just another fake operation. I looked at him, he's as good as he's going to be, or she's as good as she's going to be, and there's no need for this operation. Whereas your treating doctor, the doctor that's been with you for months, maybe years even, who really knows the case, uh, will say this is what's needed. Big operation, small operation. The insurance company also will drag out cases. In other words, they'll lengthen the time to either settle it or make offers, because the defense attorneys are paid by the hour. And the more work they can do, the more motions they can make, the more depositions, the more examinations by their doctors, the more fights they can produce, gives them hours that they can bill the insurance company. A plaintiff's attorney works on a contingent basis, meaning they only collect a percentage of what they collect. If they collect nothing, they get nothing. And that would be it.